Good morning, everybody. This is it. We are on the road to ColubridFest. We are finally back. I could not be more excited. I'm currently on my way to my first stop, which is just going to be in New Jersey. We are picking someone up for the way, so I'm not traveling alone. This year, I'm driving from New York instead of Florida, so it's a much shorter drive. But yeah, guys, I'm just super stoked. I'm taking you along with me again this year. If you didn't watch last year's video, you should go watch that. And when you do, just know this year's video is going to be even better than last year's. I've made a promise to that. So can't wait to share it with you guys, and we'll update you on this trip. Alrighty, everyone. We are somewhere in the middle of Pennsylvania. Don't really know where, but we're at like a gas station / Burger King and Subway and stuff. Making good progress. We're, like I said, well into Pennsylvania. Still got a while to go. It's currently 7:05 a.m. and our ETA is, my hand's there, 2:26 p.m. Assuming with some other stops, it'll take a bit, but yeah, we're keeping it moving. Guys, we are here. We are semi-set up, and today's just a setup day, and we're hanging out with everyone, so gonna be a good time, and we'll check in at the next point. But we got the banner. Snakes are chilling. They're gonna come to the hotel with me, but that's what we're doing. Good morning, everybody. It's Joe. Last night was just a pure hangout. I did not record anything from that. I know I promised, but it was just purely talking and hanging out. So this morning, I'm up at 6:23. PJ Cone, he was on the podcast, and I are going for a nice little run. So that's what I'm doing here in Fort Wayne. So we're gonna do that before the talks get started this morning. And maybe I'll take a little recording there. 3 miles down with PJ. Haven't ran outside in quite some time, so that felt interesting. The hotel has a waffle maker. I just heard that going off downstairs, so it's time to shower, have some hotel breakfast, and then we're heading over to the venue for the talks. Alrighty, breakfast has been eaten. It's Saturday. It's time for the show. Super excited. The talks portion, I am giving a talk today. I don't think we'll get video footage of that, but super excited and looking forward to it. So I'll show you guys the venue a little bit. We'll walk around and show it off, but Guys, it's just past 8 a.m. here on Saturday. A lot of the tables are set up. Gonna be a really great show, and there's still some behind us too. Super awesome. The talks are starting soon, so we're gonna be over there on the stage for the talks, and
This is not just a reptile show. This is not just a symposium. There's a whole lot more to it, and that's kind of our goal. That's our vision. And I'm gonna hand the mic off to Clint.
All right, everyone. First off,
what I wanted to do is kind of give you something tangible that, maybe you've been around in your life that you can kind of picture to help you understand some of these terms that you've probably heard lots of times. So we're going to talk about several terms. We'll talk about
The institutions, the American Zoological Association, they quite literally have to do a welfare assessment for every single animal in their collection. So that means when you go to AZA and you see a little mantella frog hopping around, you see a garter.
Well, guys, we are one half of the way done with the talks for today. Some really good ones this morning. We got some coming up after lunch, and then I'm speaking at 4 p.m.-ish. I'm going to see if someone can grab some clips of mine, so hopefully it can make it to this video, but
you can have some really wildly complicated life cycles where parasites need to go to an insect or a snail, to a frog, to a mammal. And we don't run into that same level of complexity. The big one is the no-pest strips. How many people in here have used the no-pest strips? hard to describe how bad these snakes look. They look like a specimen in a jar in a museum, all distorted and twisted, and they're still alive. There's very, very little known about this virus other than that it exists. We're still in that phase.
That I'm going to be working on. So I have all stainless steel tables inside of all my facility rooms. I make sure all of those are cleaned and sterilized with a two-step procedure. I don't just wipe it down once, I wipe it down twice, making sure that I can touch every part of it. All the work surfaces are touched when I do that. And then that goes into a cleaning schedule. I try to, every day, clean X amount of cages. I'll go through and I have a rather...
Thanks, Clint. Thanks, everyone, for coming. All right, so I'm going to do the show of hands thing. And I'm giving 4 categories. Just wait till the end. And if you fit in any of them, just raise your hand. So, 1, you've been keeping reptiles for under 5 years. You've been breeding reptiles for under 5 years. You've never bred a reptile before, or you're at or under the age of 25. Cool, awesome. More hands than I expected. This talk is mainly for you, but I think the overarching concept of it applies to kind of everyone. Pet store, you go to a reptile expo, you start gaining your interest some way, somehow. And typically that first snake purchase is very often an impulse purchase. Maybe you didn't do a whole lot of research, maybe you didn't have an enclosure set up beforehand, you got everything that day and you threw it all together. Okay, great, you got your first snake, it's doing well, you're taking care of it. But now, you start seeing more snakes because you're really interested, you look into a whole bunch of different species, different morphs, all that good stuff, and your interest starts growing. And obviously that makes you want to keep more snakes, because who doesn't want more snakes, right? I think it happens with everyone. You get 1, then you get 2, then 20. So the interest grows and you start building that collection, right? You get a snake here, you get a snake there. But, maybe you don't have a direction with your purchases. You're just buying snakes because you think they're pretty, you think they're cool. Awesome. That's fine. Then eventually you get to a point where your collection is full, literally space-wise, but as I put on there, yeah, is the collection ever full? You can always make more space, right, for one more snake. But yeah, so now you get there, and suddenly, you get the breeder itch, right? And then you want to figure out, there's a lot of questions to be asked when you want to breed snake. What are you gonna do now? You got that itch to breed, but now, like I said, you ran out of space, you don't really have capacity anymore, so you gotta do different things. And you may ask, Joe, why are you giving this talk? What did you do that's different than anyone? Nothing. I didn't do anything that's different, because I've experienced some of the same stuff, truly. And what started it for me were Texas rat snakes. And if you've ever heard me on my podcast or any other podcast, Texas rat snakes happened to me by chance. One snake, so why don't I breed more? And then I began to structure my small collection mostly around Texas rat snakes. I gained a few more. I started buying a ton more animals, and that has continued to this day. Really good-looking normals, even that had a bunch of hets. I started, I haven't quite bought into some locality animals, but I really focused on the morph projects on that. And I said, if I'm going to do Texas rat snakes, I have to go hard on Texas rat snakes. So I started buying the best snakes I possibly could that fit my collection. Everything has a purpose. I haven't bought anything with the Texas rats that did not have a purpose in my collection. And I was very intentional about that, about the snakes I was adding to my collection, with this species at the very least. And of reptiles, maybe of one species. You have to ask yourself, what do you want to get out of this breeding? Is it something for you? Is it something that's more for the market? Are you trying to push something further, or push a project further? You have to figure out what that is, and take a step back and really do some deep self-reflecting on whether or not you want to work this species, because it takes a lot of time to raise these animals. Sometimes you got to go through different processes. You know, it's difficult to breed some of these species. So you shouldn't choose a species on a whim. You want to pick your reason for why you're setting your mind on a specific species or a project. Maybe it's morph chasing. Maybe you want to line breed these animals and create the best looking animals possible, even just out of normals. And you know, that goes into the next one, producing pretty animals. Maybe you want to be one of the only people producing a rare species. And last but not least is passion. Like I said earlier, like, are you really passionate about it? And again, like I said before, if you're not, then maybe you should take a step back again and reconsider what you're doing. Because I just think passion is so huge. And all these people, all you guys here, for all my fellow breeders that I know, like I know you guys are really deeply passionate about the animals, but for all the newer keepers and breeders here, just make sure that you are truly passionate before you dive in too hard and you lose steam. Find your reason and figure out why. Also, you want to game plan, strategize, figure out what it is you want to do. Like I said with the Texas rat projects, like I figured out what I wanted to do and I'm making it happen in my collection. So figure out what it is you want and go ahead and make that happen. And again, be passionate. And then this is where it ties in to the veterans here. Spread your enjoyment to others. You know, so as a veteran, you know, people are gonna pick your brain often, especially if you have really cool snakes to sell. You are partly responsible for the next generation of reptile keepers coming up. And if you show your passion off to them and give them a reason, you know, they may be just as passionate as you.
I gotta tell you, Fort Wayne food, pretty good. Shakes and Pit, some banging barbecue food. We just got some dinner. It's almost time for the auction, and we're gonna be heading back there. So, yeah. Good morning, everybody. It's prep time for the show. I'm super excited. We're just getting all set up here. It's going to be a great day. I did not record the auction last night, but from what I heard, they raised $20,000, which is phenomenal. But yeah, we're going to get right into the show. I'm going to be talking to a lot of vendors today. I promise, different from last time. We're going to be showing off a lot of snakes. So stay tuned and watch it. Guys, the event is here. The Meteoric Serpents booth featuring Offspring reptiles. So glad to be here. So just a quick look at our table. We of course got some Texas rats, because what's a Meteoric table without some Texas rats? Brought some of the red Texas rats to show off. Nice cadmium, good old hourglass. She's looking beautiful as ever, and a nice big adult just to show people what they age into. Also got a couple of our cockeye hatchlings from this year. Super awesome. And then we graciously got some animals from Mr. Matt Most of Sarpamitra here with us. Just some beautiful snakes, including some other cockeye, some rubidus, really nice, and some cool corn snakes. And then on the Offspring reptiles section, my buddy Kevin got some awesome looking stuff. With, of course, no exception to some awesome Texas rat snakes. Got plenty of those. Scaleless Aneries, my favorite project. Some other really nice stuff. Kevin brought the snake hooks as well. So, yeah, we are ready to go. We're opening soon, and we'll be here. Guys, we have John Lassiter here, the Church of Lassiter, Coastal Bend, captive breeding. There we go. Some beautiful snakes here, bunch of Mountain Kings and some other stuff.
Don't make a deal.
Yeah.
You guys see this one?
Oh yeah, that's the goods. John, what would you say one of your favorite animals on the table are today?
Well, I like this 277.
Yeah.
No one sells Limkey line regular Mex-Mex anymore without granite infused into them. There's a couple of Leonis I like. These are this is Chris Paintshaw's, but I like this one a lot.
Beautiful.
And this one a lot.
It's awesome. What did you think of this year's ColubridFest?
I think it was better than last year, and I hope it has the same feeling afterwards as the last year's did.
Awesome. Well, thanks, John. We'll be catching up with you and everyone else today, so thanks a lot.
Yeah, good luck yourself.
Guys, we got the Metazotics table here, and we're here with Corey, who works on the hatchlings at Metazotics. Corey, what is one of your favorite snakes on the table for today?
Okay, my personal favorite is the MV Snow San Diego Gophers.
Okay.
I love the Mex-Mex. And then we have a lot of really cool Asian species
Nice.
that I think are pretty awesome.
Yeah. I'll probably show multiple clips of Metazotics because as you guys can see, the table is way too big to show every single animal. So we'll probably put clips here from all day, but just lots of cool stuff as per usual. Clint and the team are always killing it.
And we have the green bush rats,
Yup.
which are pretty awesome.
Yeah. And what's been your favorite part about ColubridFest so far? This is your first one, right?
Yeah, it's my first one. Just meeting people. I'm kind of, a social butterfly, so I've got to meet a lot of new, cool people that have the same interests as me. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you, Corey.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Guys, we are here with Chris Montross of Dark Horse Herpetoculture. As you guys already know, Chris has some of the best locality North American colubrids out there. Chris, good to see you here again for year 2. What's one of your favorites on the table here?
Plaquemine Parish, Texas rats
Yeah.
in Louisiana. They're pretty damn hot this year. I got the albino Gulf hammock rat snake and the hets over there.
This animal is a screamer. So for those who don't know, these are from Louisiana, but they're basically Texas rats. Just from
better.
From Louisiana. Look at those colors coming in already. I mean, it's just insane. And then which one was it? The Gulf hammock, Amels, beautiful. What's been your favorite part about ColubridFest so far this year?
Getting to talk to meet everybody.
Hell yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's why we're all here.
Yeah. All right. And plus we got some good Nerodia stuff.
And I got an award to enjoy.
Yeah. But thank you, Chris. Have a good show today.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
What was it? White side produced. You call the people you sold them to? Yeah. I can't find them.
Guys, we're here with Michelle of Alchemy Exotics. She's got a bunch of amazing looking corn snakes, and she was just showing one off that figured we'd show the camera. So let's check this one out.
So this is a sender. It's actually a dark base sender. It comes from a European line, so it stays a little darker than most. This one is kind of a vanishing stripe sender, but it'll stay really kind of that slate steel gray and have a chrome belly to it, which is a little bit different than most senders that you find here in the United States.
Awesome.
And these are some siblings from them too.
Very cool. Yeah. Some really cool stuff.
Thank you.
What's been your favorite part about ColubridFest so far?
I really enjoyed the talks. I missed them last year, so we made a concerted effort to get here in time this year so we could see everything.
Awesome.
And it was really informational, and I really liked the camaraderie from everybody. So.
Very cool. All right, well, thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, we have the busiest man of the show, Mr. Clint Bartley of Metazotics. Clint, a bunch of amazing snakes. I took a walk through with Corey before, but what's one of your favorites that's on the table?
On my table personally?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I tell you what, I probably have to answer that in a couple.
Yeah,
right?
go for it.
One thing that I will say is one of my personal favorites,
Yeah.
and it's something that I had these things back in the 90s, and now it just seems like it's so hard to come across them anymore.
Yep.
But brindled black rat snakes, it's a mutation that, again, it's out there. It's, people have them, but you never see them available. And so like this year we produced 5. I'm letting one go. Okay. Just one single one that we're letting out because I need to build a better stock of them for myself.
Yep.
So there's that. Got 2 other things I'll point out. I could spend all day talking snakes. I mean, hell, it's what we do,
yeah,
right?
Of course.
This is one I think a lot of people aren't really even going to realize the rarity. I think there's just a couple of us out there at the moment that are really working with these. This is an albino Eastern King, pure Eastern King. No, nothing else bred into that. I am confident this is the only one at the show, and to be able to say that about an animal at ColubridFest is unlikely.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So the other thing that we did very, very well with this year and has gotten tons of attention, so I'm really excited about it, is right here.
Nice.
The Mexican night snakes. For those
beautiful.
who aren't familiar with them, they've got those large eyes. Since they're such a nocturnal species, they have these beautiful red tones within their pattern, and they are super easy to care for. I literally set these up the same way I do corn snakes.
Nice.
And they do fantastic. So
Awesome.
yeah, those probably be the favorites I have on the table right now.
Cool. And what's been your favorite part about ColubridFest this year so far?
The people.
Yeah.
Hands down, the people. The snakes are great, right?
Yeah.
That's why we come. That's what we say. That's the draw, are the animals. But hands down, it's been getting to talk to everyone. And yesterday, that is so amazing because the snakes aren't even out.
Yeah.
They're put away, and so you just have all the reptile people and all the conversations, and everyone's so happy, and everyone's just in such good moods and enjoying themselves. That's been my favorite part.
Absolutely.
And so every time someone has walked up to me and said they're having such a great time, that's it. That's my favorite part of the event, hands down.
Yeah.
Because it's a blast.
100%. Well, thank you, man. This has been a great event so far. So
I appreciate you, Joe. Glad having you out here, buddy.
Yeah. Guys, I'm here with Kayla from Infrared Reptiles. Of course, she has a bunch of cool Lamprepeltis. She won the Lamprepeltis Breeder of the Year award. Some amazing stuff.
Have everything else automated.
Kayla, what do you have of note? What's your favorite snake on the table? Or some of?
I can't decide between my TSK Blackline or the Norm Dam Buckskin Barons. They are definitely my most eye-catching of the Hondurans right now.
Awesome. And this year, what was your favorite part of ColubridFest?
Same thing as every year, visiting with everyone. It's like a big family reunion, and you can't beat that.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Kayla. Have a great show.
Thank you.
Hey guys, it's Joe. It's about 1 week post ColubridFest, so I just wanted to come back, kind of collect my thoughts and talk about the show. At the time of recording, tomorrow I'm doing a recap episode on Colubrid Corruption with PJ and Phil, so definitely go check that out. But just overall, it was a fantastic show. I know I promised more content in this one compared to last year. I know last year was a lot more of the vlogging bit, but I think I did deliver on that to a certain extent. Unfortunately, just as a vendor, it's super, super busy, and it's hard to juggle, standing at your table, the other vendors not talking to people so that you can have their attention for the couple minutes that you want to talk to them and do a video for. I'm glad I did get the content I did for this video, but just overall great time. If you're on the fence about coming to ColubridFest, just go to the ColubridFest Facebook group and check out what everyone said about the show. It was just super positive. It's an awesome community of people who are really into reptiles, Colubrid specifically. I had a fantastic time. I got to do the talk, which you guys saw in here. Also got to vend. I just love displaying my animals and talking to other people about stuff, and a lot of people are excited about what I'm going to be doing. I got a lot of really good feedback about my talk, so just overall was an extremely positive experience for me. I'm glad to have the kind of impact I have on the Colubrid community, because it's really rewarding to have people come up and say, you know, that they listened to the show or that they enjoyed my talk at the show. So yeah, just really, really cool. If anyone has any questions about ColubridFest, you could feel free to message me directly on, you know, any of my social medias. Those are in the description. Feel free to stay tuned. More stuff coming to YouTube soon. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you feel free to join the Meteoric Serpents Patreon, Colubrid Corruption Patreon. You get early access to videos like these. That's the first link in the description below. Discord community, a bunch of like-minded Colubrid keepers. So if you're looking to be part of something, come and join, because I bet, you know, you'll find a community there. So guys, that's all for this one. Again, make sure you leave a like, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know every single time a new video gets posted or we go live on YouTube. But that's all for this one, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.